This is the story of George, a tiny puppy who came into this world in darkness and absolute silence. From the very first moment of his life, the world seemed to turn its back on him. He could not hear, he could not see, and there wasn't a single warm hand reaching out to hold him. Instead, George was stuffed into an old, worn-out box and left on the cold sidewalk in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Footsteps hurried past, indifferent eyes glanced down, but no one stopped. No one believed that such a fragile little soul could survive much longer. He was small, trembling, hungry, lost in a world far too cruel. Everyone thought he wouldn't make it. But sometimes, in the darkest of moments, fate quietly begins to write a different story. Melissa Shapiro, a devoted veterinarian, had grown accustomed to caring for abandoned souls, but her life was already overflowing. Her small home was filled with 7 dogs, including Piglet, a deaf and blind dog she had rescued earlier. When message after message poured in, when strangers pleaded with her to open her heart to George, Melissa's first reaction was to shake her head. No, I can't. I don't have the space, I don't have the time, and maybe I don't have the strength to open my heart that wide again. Yet the image of the little puppy abandoned in that box haunted her every hour, every minute. The weight of it never let her go. At last, with her husband by her side, Melissa decided to take George in at first, only as a foster. But the very first time her hands touched that trembling little body, the first time her heart felt the faint but determined beat inside his chest, she knew this wasn't going to be temporary. It was the beginning of a bond that could never be broken. And from that moment on, a soul the world had cast aside finally found warmth, love, and a reason to live.
Sweetheart, what happened to your ears? Don't worry, you're not alone. You're sleeping on the couch like a big boy.
Life with George was never easy. He was deaf, he was blind, but he was never broken. The first time Melissa took him to the beach, he stunned everyone. His paws hit the sand, his nose lifted high, his tail wagged wildly, and he ran as though he had been waiting for that moment his entire life. Pure joy radiated from his tiny body. For Melissa, that memory will never fade. George running free, showing the world that disability does not define spirit. George developed his own way of communicating. Instead of hearing or seeing, he learned through touch. Melissa created gentle tap signals, guiding him with patience and love. It wasn't always easy, but George had a way of turning every challenge into a small triumph. At home, George never stopped exploring. His world was a map of textures, scents, and vibrations. He learned where the dog beds were, proudly carrying toys to stash in his favorite spot. Sometimes he barked happily, trying to play with a dog who had already walked away chasing shadows that only existed in his imagination.
Georgie, you've never done this stuff, honey. Let me help you. Come on, you can do it, Georgie. Come on.
And that was the beauty of George. He was never defined by what he lacked. He was defined by boundless joy, an unbreakable spirit, and a limitless capacity to love.
Oh my God, what are you doing?
On walks, he amazed everyone. Though he could neither see nor hear, he learned to walk just a few steps beside Melissa, keeping pace as if guided by an invisible leash. His nose, his sense of touch, and perhaps something deeper, an intuition no one could explain, carried him forward. Every step he took was an act of courage.
Are you going to go swimming? Are you gonna go swimming?
George was a free spirit, a happy soul, a reminder that life is not about the cards we're dealt, but about how we choose to play them.
Okay, Georgie, we're done.
Melissa often said George had every reason to give up, but he never once did. Instead, he woke up every single day eager to explore, to play, to love. He danced, he ran, he imagined friends where none stood, and in doing so, he taught everyone around him the true meaning of resilience.
Sorry.
George's disabilities were real. They made his life more challenging, but his story proves something powerful. Joy is not dependent on perfection. Happiness doesn't come from what we lack, but from how we use what we have. For George, love was enough, and in return, he gave it back tenfold.
Georgie, no one's there. Oh, he's